Hello there. My name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet Show, here on the Geeky Puppet Show with Zach for Obi-Wan.
For what? For what? Hello there.
They're all going to make fun of me for that now, aren't they? First the frog, now you. What's next? Is it going to be Breen?
That'd be hysterical if it was Breen. That would be hysterical.
No, that would be funny. I need to get a show that he'll want to watch. But
true.
yes, we are here for Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's episode 5. Last week was an episode. It was an episode. But this week we have something to talk about. What happened to Emperor Puppetine? I am no longer the Emperor. I am now Jedi Master Puppetine. I'm going to take a seat.
Are you gonna like go after younglings or something? Are you gonna come back as a Dark Lord of the Sith Puppetine?
No. Because I made the rank of Master.
Oh, I got you. You actually made the rank of. Okay, got you.
I'm not gonna go edgy.
Not that other guy. Yeah, your eyes aren't gonna turn yellow or anything.
But no. But speaking of that other guy,
that's
how this episode starts. It actually starts by showing us, I think, pre-episode 2. Is it pre-episode 2?
It's definitely in that. It's definitely more around episode 2 than 3 because he still has like his he calls him a Padawan. So
he is a Padawan. Yeah.
He's still got like the Padawan ponytail, the braid. Yeah. So it's more around there than it is towards 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, they're really just talking about the dynamic, and that's what this episode does beautifully. The dynamic between Obi-Wan and Anakin. And they show him as he and his master are about to duel, and that's when we get to cut to Vader.
Practice duel, by the way. This is like a training duel. This isn't them actually fighting like on Mustafar. This is them actually just like training. But
the teacher has to kick his ass real quick.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a Karate Kid thing where Mr. Miyagi just knocks out Daniel-san. But here they have lightsabers.
After last week, the first thing everybody did was return to Jabim. They should have just taken the princess straight to Alderaan.
Yeah.
But you know what I realized?
What?
It wasn't their transport. It wasn't Obi-Wan's transport.
No, it belonged to that smuggling group that takes the civilians and hides them.
Through the path.
The path. The way.
Yes, the path where Force sensitives are basically transferred to worlds, outer worlds, to be kept safe from the Empire. So I realized, even though that was a problem for me, you just take the Princess to Alderaan, you don't have any problems. I realized that, you know what? They wouldn't do that because it's not Obi-Wan's ship. It's not like Obi-Wan has any control over it.
Yeah.
However, when things go wrong, they certainly do look to Obi-Wan for help.
I know, yeah, they don't have any problem. What was the last episode? That guy Roken was like, "We can't help you. You're dangerous. It's too dangerous." And now they're all like, "Help us, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're our only hope."
Obi-Wan is always the only hope.
Obi-Wan's like, "I'm sick and tired." He's what's his name? Danny Glover. It's like, I'm getting too old for this.
But Vader, through the third sister who arrives on the ship, she gets promoted to Grand Inquisitor.
Yep.
Yep.
She gets her moment.
Yep. And they go to Jabim. They go ahead and land, and Vader remains on the ship, letting the third sister handle it for now.
Yep.
And I'm going to actually commend this episode because finally, what I've wanted since the early days of this is some kind of hint of who the hell this Inquisitor is supposed to be. Because
it wants Anakin Zach, so there we go.
Vader's we're gonna have to get you a helmet. Do you feel edgy?
I feel very edgy.
You look very edgy. You look like a hacker, bro. We are anonymous. You can see my chin.
Right. There you go. That was just for humor on you. So,
that's
but yeah, no, we actually, you're right. We do finally. I kind of guessed it
I guessed elements of it too.
Yeah.
But see, the show has a factor of just leaving things open to interpretation far too much. And that is why it kept bothering me. In the way that she was acting totally insubordinate to everybody else, making the other Inquisitors not look like fools, but making Inquisitors in general look like fools because they can't work together as an elite killing squad if she's so busy trying to be impressive all the damn time.
It's the one person that thinks they don't need a team and throws off the whole teamwork dynamic. Yeah, that was her.
But now we learn why.
Yes.
She was one of the children. Yay.
She was I don't know. Yay, if that's the right word.
Yay describes it.
More like boo. Wow, that's a tragic thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to say yay.
God,
we actually know something.
We did learn something. Yeah, she is one of the younglings that was at the temple. She saw Anakin come in with the clones, and she even says she thought he was there to save them.
Which is how she knows that he is Anakin Skywalker.
Right, yeah.
Which works for me just fine. I just need to
I did like
why.
the reveal. I did like how they revealed it when she's having the conversation with Kenobi, and Kenobi kind of puts the pieces together. He's like, "How did you know Anakin is Vader?" And so that was pretty cool how they
because he says he wouldn't let anybody know that.
Yeah,
he wouldn't let people know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because Vader has a very complicated relationship with himself.
Yeah,
he does not like Anakin because Anakin was a time in his life where he saw weakness. So
yeah, exactly, and that was also cool just because we got to see Kenobi actually use his brain and be smart, kind of, especially after what was that episode? Episode 3 just seemed like Kenobi he had some smart moments, but he also had some moments where I was like, really, Obi-Wan? You're just gonna shoot the thing and run through the laser gate instead of just going around I don't know.
They couldn't go around the laser gate.
Well, maybe not, but
they could have leapt over it, I guess. But
they could have, yeah. But I just thought it was really cool just seeing Kenobi just like use his brain and deduce that. I thought that was really cool.
Yep.
But
and that he basically tries to convince Reva, who has worked her way as an Inquisitor, to get close to Vader because she wants to kill him.
She wants to assassinate him, yeah.
Yes, because the Jedi were the only family she ever knew. Those younglings, those were her family, and Vader took that from her. And there was too much speculation because a lot of people thought, oh, well, maybe she hates Kenobi because Kenobi just ran away, or she hates the Jedi because the Jedi stole her from her family.
Never mind that Kenobi was on the run for his life, and it's not like he could just be there. But
no, it all makes sense. The problem is it took us so long to get here.
Yes, 5 episodes to get here. It's kind of a shame. Like we were saying backstage, I really think you could have edited this down to like a movie, and it would have had
2-hour movie.
2-hour movie, and it would have been just as good, if not better, because you wouldn't have to go through like all the slower paced moments.
But ultimately, Reva says, because Obi-Wan's like, we could work together. Reva says, I don't need you, and says she's going to handle it herself, tries to stab Kenobi, and that's when the plan is had. They try to run. Lola is evil, but that's only for a little bit. That's not even.
That was the one. Yeah, that was the one thing I kind of had issue with because, like, okay, they used Lola to close down the hatch so the spaceship can't get out. That's Vader's plan, just because, like, oh well, keep them bottled up in there, and Kenobi will surrender to save the people. So when Leia's like, well, let me up there, I can, and Obi-Wan's like, yeah, let her. I was like, really? You're gonna send a 10-year-old kid up there, and this is a 10-year-old that gave you all this trouble and
into the vents to do it? That worked for me.
Seemed a little like he was too hesitant, too eager to send her up there, but
I don't know. It worked for me just fine. It actually works out because Vader, the reason why he kept him up there wasn't so that way just Kenobi would go ahead and give in. No, he was waiting. He was ready. He knew that Kenobi would be his. And the moment comes, he decides he's going to come down himself. It looks like Obi-Wan's about to give himself up, and he claims he does, and then he manages to escape whenever they try to keep him for Vader.
Yeah.
But Vader comes down. And
I was gonna say it goes back because you see flashbacks to Anakin and Obi-Wan's duel in like the episode 2 era, and like there's different points where Obi-Wan is teaching him during that duel, you know, you're too focused on victory or you're too eager, you need to learn patience or mercy, different things like that. So you see how that kind of mirrors how they react in the present. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Also, Vader, as he's coming down, Obi-Wan manages to escape the couple troopers that had him. This is after Tala, who we were introduced to, and her droid died, by the way.
Rip.
We don't really, I want to care, but I don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, not enough time. There really wasn't enough time. I kind of don't
died
like
in the last episode, it would have meant more.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we just got introduced to her like 2 episodes ago. Yeah. It's like when they introduced that pilot guy, Wade. It's like, okay, he's at the beginning of the episode. And then
the recap for this had to mention Wade. Had the scream like Wade meant something. I'm sorry.
He meant nothing. I'm sorry. He just didn't mean anything. And same thing with Tala and the loader bot. It's like, I'm sorry. We just not that connected.
So Obi-Wan runs to the people. They all get loaded up on the transport. Vader marches in. He using the Force. Forces doors open and reaches the ship. It turns on, comes to life, starts to fly up, and he grips it with the Force. He grabs a hold of it.
Best scene in the whole episode, and something I've been wanting to see Vader do in like a show for a long time. Because like I was saying, during video games, you always see these dark side powerful characters bring down spaceships, but never with Vader. You never saw it in a movie or a show until now, and it was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
he pulls it down.
He uses both hands.
And then once he gets on the ground, he just like starts just ripping the walls out of it and stuff. It's just like, oh, it was good. It was good.
That was a trick. They launched the first one, the first freighter, to grab Vader's attention. And it does. And he pushes that down, and that allows the second one to launch quickly and escape.
Yep.
And that's when Reva decides it's time for her to do something. She goes to fight Vader. And Vader doesn't pull out his lightsaber once.
No, he does not.
Once. He is able to dodge her swings, and he uses the Force to just push the blade back whenever it gets near. And finally, there comes a moment where it falls out of her hand. He pulls it, rips it in two because it's a double.
It's a double-bladed one.
He used the Force to stop it from spinning.
He did.
It was awesome.
That was really cool.
And, well, he goes ahead and throws one at her to just to give her a fair
sporting chance. Yeah.
Which is just, it's so Vader. It's so Vader. And ultimately, while fighting, she ends up down, and she's on her knees, and that's when Vader approaches, and she just has flashbacks to her as a child watching Anakin slaughter the younglings. And finally, she gets stabbed. That's when the Grand Inquisitor, the real one, comes out, baby!
We knew he wasn't dead!
He
wasn't dead. Now, I will say, I hope they go a little bit more into how he survives.
He has 2 stomachs.
All he basically says is revenge is a great incentive for the will to live or something. I know and you know that he has 2 stomachs, but the normies are like, how is this guy still alive? Probably. But yeah, he's still alive. I even said that today. I was like, I was on Twitter. I was like, so all those people who were wondering why the actually Grand Inquisitor was dead, it was like, he's not. But yeah, and then Vader, it comes out, Vader actually knows that Reva was a youngling from the temple.
Yep.
He knew because he was going to use her as a tool, and
Did
now
you, wait.
what does he say? How does he say?
Did you really think that I didn't see you? Something like that.
Something to that effect, yeah. And so what happens is he stabs her, and you think it's a kill shot. I don't think it's a kill shot though, because she's still
No,
alive.
she's able to
At the end.
crawl and find a little communicator.
Yeah.
The communicator that
Obi's.
Obi-Wan had to
Yeah.
contact Bail. And there's a message on there, and
From
it's
Bail.
it's scrambled, but it explains about him going to Tatooine
Yeah.
to Owen to help the boy if
Yeah.
he learns of the children. And that's enough for Reva
Yeah.
to piece things together, it looks like. And so it looks like she'll survive.
Yeah.
And
Which is my one kind of issue. It's like, okay, if Vader's done with you, I don't think that he would leave you alive. Even if you were like close to death, I think that he would just like finish you off like right there. I mean, now there was a rumor I think going around that Reva is supposed to get like a spinoff show.
Oh, that's a rumor. Oh no.
Yeah, that's a rumor. So I don't know if that's why they kept her alive or not. But it just didn't make sense because we've seen like Vader kill off people like after he's done.
Qui-Gon is just looking like, what the hell? I was stabbed in the gut once, and that was the end. Come on, man.
Exactly. So
at least the Inquisitor guy, he has a second stomach. I only had the one. She only has the one. What the hell's going on here? That's what I want him to say when he's back as a Force Ghost.
When he comes back as a Force Ghost, he's like, I just don't get it. I don't
get it. I should be around. It was one little stab.
Darth Maul got freaking sliced in half. I mean, good lord.
He had the excuse to be an alien too, but come on!
The rules of life and death here are so weird. What's the meme? It's like sliced in half, survives. Burned alive, survives. Loses the will, is just really sad. Padme is just really sad, dies. The rules of how you live and die in Star Wars are just so bizarre. But
it's so Vader, the Disney Plus series of a young Darth Vader.
There are a bunch of books. My wife actually read a lot of them, like the Jedi Knights, and it's like how young Obi-Wan and young Anakin and stuff.
Yeah, I think I read one of those. But,
yeah, she's got a few of those around the house. So,
are they doing a second season of this?
I heard a rumor that they are. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed or not, though.
It's rumored.
Yeah.
Overall, last week's episode, after I talked about it, it was a disappointment. I realized just how much I disliked the episode. It was poorly done. It was, quite frankly, trash. But this episode is the opposite of that. This is God tier level stuff, man.
Yes, this is the best one so far. I'm a bit upset that it took this long to get this good, but
at least we got here.
It was good, and we did get here. I actually am kind of anxious to see how the finale wraps it all up.
Which will be Bad Batching next week.
Yes, we will. I will be caffeinated, highly caffeinated.
Same.
I think we're going to be back on Tatooine, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to be ready for the sand.
Got to be ready for the sand. It gets everywhere.
I'm going to soak myself in coffee before we get streaming.
That's all. I'm going to have an IV of coffee right here next to me.
That's good.
I don't know if you would want to skip. I mean, because the first 4 episodes do still have
just
stuff
skip episode 4.
There is still some cool
nothing
stuff
there.
in 4. There's the cool scene in the hallway.
There's nothing important. Yeah, that cool scene in the hallway was done better in Jedi Fallen Order. So,
hey, well, Reva was done better when her character was Asajj Ventress. So
no, I think her character was done better when she was the second sister. But, this is where we are now. Overall, this episode is great.
Yes.
It redeems itself from last week, and you know what? I'm so ready for next week. I think this show will be, once it's finished, really solid. Really good, at least.
Yeah.
Let's hear your thoughts, though. Leave your comments below if you're watching afterwards. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. But that's about it for us. We have to go get going now. We will see you next week for the end of Obi-Wan Kenobi. May the Force be with you. And bye!
I got nothing. I'm blanking. The force be with you. Said that. Never mind. Bye.
And with you.